here we go, here we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I can't hear a thing. It's all going so good. Ooh, okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the letter. I got some apple cider. Let's just go for it. It's a little dark. It is still light outside, but I hope this is acceptable. Sleep will be elusive tonight. October 28th, Friday. And I didn't know this. This feature shows the outline of your current chapter. It has content that others might deem as spoilers. Do you want to proceed? Sure. Because I want to go back over here. 55%. Maybe at the end we can kind of go. Look how much I missed. Wow. Oh yeah, and apparently because I was wondering what the achievement for bad blood is. It's because I was in bad terms with Luke when I started chapter 2. Oops, it is. Okay, Luke is already gone by the time I rise. There isn't a single hide nor hair of him to be found. I tried to call him on his mobile is a bust, as it only goes straight to his voicemail. That's twice in a row he's gone on me. And for him to disappear today, of all days, is every bit upsetting because of what's to come. What's to come? The morning is once again filled with a whirlwind of activity. Fortunately, I am much more refreshed as we... Oh, as what? As we? Well, okay. Took a break from my responsibilities. These people are everywhere. Wonder who he is. Unless if they're just like paintings of random people. I haven't the faintest clue where Luke was yesterday. Today is going to be a busy day, although unlike Wednesday, the master of the house isn't here right now, absent once again from his duties. Hopefully he'll be back in time for the party. This is our house after all. A grand housewarming party for the wonderful Wright mansion. Every person of importance from Luxborn is invited, and there will be a few guests flying in as well. Of course, there will be some people from the media. Along with friends and acquaintances who are made no less important, regardless of their status in society. Marianne and I discussed business and last-minute touches to the house before finalizing everything. Not that there is much change from our original plans. How long did it take for them to... So... Okay. Did it not take very long for her to move in? I don't think it took very long for her to move in and get everything done. Bar any huge additions to the property itself, the match is nearly 100% complete.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Well, I can't take all of the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the right mansion.
Just a little down.
There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Luke and I had a small tiff about making the second bedroom into a child's playroom, which I insisted is completely practical. Okay. In the end, he had to acquiescend. I didn't give him any choice in the matter. I even bought this wonderful wooden crib from the antique store yesterday, including some toys. Just in case anyone brings their baby, of course. Besides, we have little need for actual guest rooms. We hardly have guests who spend the night. If we absolutely have to, we often choose to foot the bill for their visit on one of our hotels instead, always at Luke's own insistence. So when they have guests, they have to leave? They have to go to a hotel? And on the off chance that we actually let someone stay, the bedroom is in the opposite wing, is still up the task.
Oh, no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
His greenhouse, vineyard, and stables. They're gonna have horses. They're having a lot of babies and horses come over. Like I said, I advise having babies over, or kids, or horses. Horses probably get spooked. No, I did not agree to him having a helipad.
All right,
Or a
then.
helicopter. Oh, sorry, Marianne. I'm guessing for a helicopter?
Well, do we have any other concerns? Anything we need to put on our agenda before the party commences?
Probably an exorcist.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, never mind.
Not unless Luke has anything else to say.
Is he around then? It'd be best if we can note down his request right away, considering the scope of his usual ones.
Nah, he's gone. Around? No. Where is he? Who knows where? I don't.
No, he's not around.
She didn't have to point out the obvious now, did she? After 7 long years, I'd already gotten used to him. I should be by now. Still not, apparently.
But don't you have a party?
Yeah. I want nothing more than to complain, to whinge about how unfair this is. However, airing out one's dirty laundry is simply taboo among high society. To do so will make you a ripe target for the next dinner party chit-chat. Vultures, the lot of them, really. Or most of them, at least. There are always good ones, like Rochelle Lee. Oh, new name. Okay. But put your trust in the wrong person and you'll find yourself eagerly picked apart.
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
Perhaps I am being a bit too harsh and a bit too hot-headed in divulging details. But I thought myself clever, with the plan to dress it up as gossip. Marianne's raised brow made me unsure whether she is interested or not. Although that doesn't make things better if she had no interest and therefore has no hidden intent to utilize whatever I say to her. I don't think she cares.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband.
That sounds familiar. Okay. Not too hot. That's good.
But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
You were asking for my personal opinion on the matter, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you want me to be honest, or...
Yes. Oh. Ooh. Um. Yeah. Yes.
Be honest with me, Marianne. I don't need someone to sugarcoat it.
Okay. Plus. Yes.
I'm not some fragile thing that I'm just going to break down at the slightest thing.
She hesitates, taking a sip of her coffee while I stare into my own cup of tea. The silence stretches on, and I almost believe that she will never answer my question. I suppose that I shouldn't blame her putting her in a tight spot like this. Her hesitation is understandable, though I loathe to admit it. She simply wants this whole thing to stay professional. But then she speaks.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
It's my turn to hesitate now. I really don't expect such a straightforward question, and to get to the heart of the matter. I suppose I'm not as clever as I'd like to think. Or is it really that bad that an outsider can see our little marital troubles? Surely we aren't that obvious, are we? Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. We put up the act of a perfect couple for years, although it hadn't always been an act. Marianne is just more keen than the average person, of course. It is a necessity to her career, and she's been working so closely with us. Yes, that's it.
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle.
Yeah, I'd agree with her. I wouldn't want to meddle either.
But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Someone who won't even give him the time of the day. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. That's just my 2 pence worth, of course.
So you're saying they should divorce?
No, I don't think she's saying that. I think she's saying take a break. Like, not separate, but like, you know.
Nothing as drastic as that. If they're afraid that it might lead to just that, then maybe that is what's meant to happen in the first place. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives. But it's just a short hiatus is all. Or, couples therapy? Look, I'm really not the best person to ask about relationships, so grain of salt and all that.
She trails off, having said her piece, and leaves nothing but the smell of coffee and Earl Grey between us. There's a calm despite the nature of what has just been discussed. To say that her words make me start to think is an understatement. To say that I'm not considering her advice is a lie. Or to say that this might just be the calm before the storm is a possibility. Oh, there's a storm coming. There's a storm. Others have had shorter marriages, yes, but plenty have celebrated long and happy ones as well. My own parents celebrated their choral anniversary before they passed away. But 7 years? 7 years is a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. It isn't a whole lot of time to see what and where our relationship can bring us. And at the same time, 7 years. Well, it hasn't been entirely made up of unhappy years, has it? It won't last forever. It's not supposed to, anyway. I just dread the thought that it might last for a very long time. I dread the thought that these small spats, these little disagreements, will turn into an all-out resentment. The idea that we will grow to hate each other with every fiber of our being scares me. I can't even pinpoint the exact moment when our blissful union turned sour. Ooh, story updated. When did he start to seek other women, lacking any ulterior motives? What's new? Maybe I should start reading them. Oh, I thought it said new. Oh, is that new? Okay. Okay. When did we start to cooperate only to suit our materialistic greed and attention-seeking ways? Money and success? Fame and glamour? Are those the only reasons we still stay together? There's a cough before Marianne clears her throat. I must have been quiet for so long, and I move to apologize when she stands up. We both end up on our feet, unsure how to proceed. Some sort of odd, awkward shuffle occurs as we decide whether to sit back down or not.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
I'll try to stay and chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies.
I wonder if because we were so close with her, if we had, like, below that, she would be like, no, professional only. Dude, most of the other people we like better. I mean, likes us better than Luke. Oh my God. I wonder if this is where we started. We haven't seen Isabella or Rebecca or Ashton yet. Okay.
Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you. You need to say hello to the Lees, at least.
I don't know where to put my camera.
If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
Lee's? Oh, okay, yeah. That guy. Cop? Federal agent? Police?
We'll see. So, if Foy can be excused?
Certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive.
Oh, the party's like today.
Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
Ooh, okay. October 28th. In the evening. Okay. Hannah and Marianne were seen discussing the match's finishing touches before the housewarming party. Okay, so this is just kind of recap. Cool. The scene outside the parlor is a great organized mess. Aside from our own household help, we hired the service of the temp agency which provides staff for Wright Enterprise in the hospitality sector. Even our very skilled staff cannot undertake a party of this size on their own. Waiters, busboys, hostesses, and their staff captains move about in droves, carrying crockery and serveware good for several dozen people at them, then some. Chefs and bartenders tail after Johan. Right? Johan? Johan's looking like scared little children as he escorts them through the kitchen and into the wine cellar. Well, don't do that. To pursue the stocks, to select what we can be served at the party and what can be used for cooking.
Snell! We have a lot to do, and I believe we did not hire snails. Snails are for the dishes.
A string quartet readies to play for the evening, tuning their instruments as they fill the air with idle chatter. Floor decor where thousands fill vases, wreaths, and baskets, while petals are scattered along the driveway up front. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh. Is that a cake? An ice sculpture? An ice sculpture of a reindeer is brought in carefully by a pair. A reindeer. And it's October? Oh, wrong one. Sorry. It's October. And you do a reindeer? Not like a cute little ghost? Oh, sorry. She's haunted by ghosts. I don't think she wants to have another one. There's probably a witch. A little cauldron with like with a drink inside. That'd be cute. That cake looks delicious. It is followed by a simple cake. A simple cake. Just a 5-tier white chiffon one with a white chocolate mousse, fresh berries, and a light dusting of edible gold leaf. Oh yeah. Simple cake. But despite the fact that I told Marianne how I will attend to all of this, I find myself unable to focus or care for any of it. I still have our discussion running in my mind, and looking at all of this, I only see Luke everywhere. These are all the grand things that Luke wanted to have for the party. I had wanted a small, elegant, and simple gathering, with only a select few invited, namely the people who would actually trust to enter my house. I did not want any bloody politicians or paparazzi in here, no matter how used to I am. No matter how used I am to catering them.
At least be here for your party. Damn it, Luke.
Aw. Oh, he's not. He's not there? Oh, sorry. Just a second. I gotta go back. The entire thing screams Luke right. And I can't help but add another question to my growing list of queries. When did I lose myself? It's always about him nowadays, isn't it? What about Hannah Wright? What about Hannah Evans? I used to be my own woman who made her own name, her own career, and her own decisions. Sure, I was already the social butterfly that I still am today, but it wasn't all empty, shallow gossip and sitting pretty. I was also lauded by my knowledge and talent. Finance manager wasn't just handed to me, just because my father owned the company. I had insisted that I start at the bottom, so I could work my way to the top and prove myself. That's good. And I did. I worked numbers, managed budgets, money and accounts, analyzing the competition and market trends. There was the calculation of financial risk, cost reduction opportunities, auditor license, and public relations, supervision and staff, and, well, I generally had a huge slew of responsibilities. Admittedly, I was already quite the attention seeker even back then, having dedicated most of my youth craving for my parents' approval. Failing that, I turned to others, looked for praise from anyone who would give it, however fleeting it all was. And Luke, oh Luke, the way he looked at me, the way he watched me and took a genuine interest. He had me disgustingly obsessed since day one, hasn't he? He saw me for me, Hannah Evans, with both of my faults and my achievements. The man didn't treat me like some damsel in distress or some prize to be won. I remember the nights before we were married, where we talked about everything and anything. From big things like business, society, philosophy, to little things such as what we had for breakfast or whether we liked cats or dogs more. We both prefer dogs. I prefer cats. Nowadays, I'm just Luke Wright's wife. It's mostly my fault, isn't it? They told me that husbands preferred wives who were docile and subordinate. A woman who will always be there for him, yet would never outshine him in all aspects, except beauty. A wife needs to be at home and attend to his needs, to have children, and to take care of them in absence. They said I have no business working anymore, and I have after I was married. I could blame society, but I listened. Before I could fall further into this introspective pit of self-loathing, someone calls for my attention. Oh, is it Marianne?
The guests have arrived, madam.
It's not Marianne. It's getting darker in here. Huh?
And Luke?
Running a bit late, I'm afraid.
Late for his own party. That man, I swear. He's probably looking to make a dramatic entrance, knowing him. Open the doors, then. We mustn't hurry.
Cars line up the driveway, peppering the front of the mansion with vehicles of every kind. Grand Tours, supercars, even the odd high-end muscle car or two, convertibles, grand saloons, and other luxury cars can be seen being parked by valets. A handful of cabs drive off, possibly for those who thought it's too troublesome to bring their own cars. There are at least 2 different media vans as well. Oh, that sucks. Maybe I should turn the light on so my face doesn't... Because my face is pretty lit. They're all here for what may be considered the biggest event of the year for Luxborn. So far. Who knows what we'll plan for the winter holidays.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Please, make yourselves at home.
Some of the guests idle, enjoying the warm, if not strange, sunshine we are experiencing before gloomy skies inevitably return. They greet acquaintances and friends with warm smiles, others less so. From where I stand, I can see the hierarchy of power, the ties that bind these individuals here, whether through convenience or necessity. I thought I heard Barney for a second. He is sleeping. Oh, there he is. You can see him. Oh. Right there. However, there are also few who are not here to further cement their current place in high society. Ah, it's Ash. Such as that young man with his oriental hair. Ignorant of the looks he receives from women and men alike.
Be careful with Shirley, all right?
Shirley, okay. Ah! I forgot her name. Rebecca. Okay, Becca. Or that rose-haired woman talking on her phone while she looks unsure of why she is here exactly.
Yes, I'm at the party already, Mom. Yes, I'll say hi to her if I can.
Oh, I see Zachary, the photographer, as well. He talks to a few of the other media crew with an air of familiarity.
I was just here a few days ago, yeah. Yeah, and the inside is huge, but the staff are pretty helpful if you get lost.
And then there are people like the chief inspector. People who I can never be too sure about. People who stand on the border between being suspicious and being trustworthy.
Thank you for the invite, Anna. Husband still missing, I see?
Yeah,
I should be saying the same of your darling Rochelle, Lee.
Is Rochelle and Luke having an affair? Because they were both out the...
The doctors again?
I don't know, man.
She told me she'll just be in the gardens.
Okay, so she's
That
she's
she's
there.
lying and that she's somewhere around mingling, gossiping with the other ladies. It's no offense, but that seems to be all you ladies do at these parties.
What's wrong with
And
that?
aren't you gossiping right now?
Yes, well, what about Luke?
He's in the garden with the ladies gossiping.
Should we file a missing persons report now, or do you want to wait 24 hours?
He's around.
You know, I can tell if someone's bluffing. Don't tell me, let me guess. He's finally drunken himself to death and not wanting a scandal, you've hidden his body.
Thanks for the idea, though. I'm thinking, okay. Ash is there. Becca is there. Zach is there. I don't think Marianne is there yet. Oh my god, what's her name? What's her name? Isabella and Luke are not there. So almost the cast is together.
I was wanting to give this housewarming gift to him personally, too.
Well, he'll be here. Maybe.
It's a plate that holds a wine glass so he can stop killing himself with liquid lunches.
Okay.
Looks like it's too late for that.
Oh no.
Nothing like that. Besides, this is a hardly polite conversation.
I thought that was gonna like lead to Luke coming out of the house like drunk or something, but okay.
Oh, relax. I'm just trying to be cheeky to lighten the mood. It's not like I want Luke dead. The man doesn't serve dodgy plonk like the others when I visit, and he pays his respects well enough. I could use a glass of wine or three, actually. Rochelle's been in a horrid mood. Threw her stilettos at me the other day and almost took an eye out. Not sure if this is how it usually goes, but I blame the pregnancy.
You shouldn't. But I've never been pregnant before, so I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Still no plans for a baby? Well, I guess that's for the best. If it's this bad now, I can't even imagine how bad it'll be when that little baby bump becomes huge.
What? Have I mentioned how I don't trust him no matter how hard I try to do so? At least he brought a gift, I suppose.
Why don't you just go inside and have some wine, Lee?
Think I will, thanks.
Greetings such as these carry on as the guests continue to trickle in. Whether we have short conversations or merely shake hands and nod heads, I make sure to attend and welcome each of them. As the first hour passes by, the rest of the stranglers and I adjourn to the ballroom. Any latecomers will have the attention of the porter instead. I have other duties to attend to now. Ooh. That's nice. Hosting parties is always the same old song and dance, no matter how big or small it is. You make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and have them generally enjoy themselves. So when my opening remarks are done, when the band has started to play and the guests have started eating, I find myself wandering around aimlessly unless I am pulled aside. For a while, I stay with a small group of entertaining them before excusing myself. And when they're not anymore watching me, I end up watching them. When they don't listen, I do. A local banker is having trouble with his daughter, who wishes to marry her off. She wants nothing more but to make music. One of our hotel managers worries about the stolen belongings of one of his patrons, a failing in security which should be brought up to higher authority soon. Our mayor, well, his cat died. Aww. May he rest in peace. And sorry for his loss. That's hard. Aww. Then there's that rose-haired woman once again. Becca. She doesn't know Becca, but we do. No, we know Becca. It is hard not to notice her with her distinctive locks. She also lacks the grace and the other ladies have, though that does not make her any less beautiful. Her stance and the air she exudes instead are strong, and they make her stand out despite her casual attire. Many men have already given her their attention, though each invitation to dance has been turned down. I approach intrigued, although it is no great mystery that occupies her own attention, with the glances she keeps standing towards the boy with the oriental hair. I close the window. Sorry about that. I approach, intrigued, although it is no great mystery that occupies her own. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna read that again. She remains unaware, though, even as I stand beside her, pretending that I am there for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes, don't you think?
Didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
The boy comes over, but I do nothing to speak any softer. He merely passes by, and it is a wonder he doesn't hear what I say.
Who, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down those offers. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time. I don't know him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend, then? Because that would explain those rejections.
Oh, she does not. Becca does not look happy. In all my life, I have never seen a face grow red so fast. The shade of her hair did not help as well. This is the most pink I've seen on a person, really.
What? No, that's ridiculous. He isn't my boyfriend.
Such a violent reaction. A simple no would have sufficed. None here would be happy to hear it.
And I haven't been looking at him.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
Or both?
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property. I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body there.
Is that supposed to be for shadowing? Or is that foreboding? I waver as I feel the burning of someone's stares. It is chilling, and though I am used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Don't look behind you, Becca. It is chilling, and though I'm used to enduring the gaze of... Oh, I already read that. It's because the picture changed. I thought that... She's smiling, though. My attention is pulled from the girl, and I see a woman staring. dark-haired and dirty. She looks more like a beggar than a guest. And I have half the mind to call security at her when her mouth breaks out into a grin. All I hear is her laughing. Oh no. Taunting. Her stare makes my blood run cold. She looks at me like I am nothing but a pig to slaughter for her amusement. Is it because... No, I'm not gonna... Makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my milk. What? I looked at shake and I'm like, milkshake, whatever. Anyways, it makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. That's clearly milk. I don't know what you're talking about. But then, in a blink, she's gone and the buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but are you all right?
No, just a crazy... do we know if she's a ghost? Because she seems too real to be a ghost.
Yes, sorry. I just thought I saw something strange. It must be the trick of the light. Anyway, on a right, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
Ooh! Achievement unlocked. The name is familiar, like a fond memory. I recall a kind lady, a private tutor, who treated me like her own daughter when I was young. She'd even bring me food when there was no need to do so. Usually stovies, which I honestly hadn't been too keen about, though I ate them nonetheless because she brought them for me.
Oh, the professor! And your little Becky!
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way. But yeah, that's me. Little Becky. We met once before.
Yes, oh, I remember you! You were the cutest little thing with glasses! And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A.
Would it be Ash?
What was it again?
I thought I heard something, and then I got too scared, and I turned on the light.
Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander, Andrew?
The more I list off names, the more red and the more quiet Becky gets. She starts to look a bit miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. Perhaps I have triggered a horrid childhood memory? Surely it hadn't been mean when she visited with her mother. I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one. Oh, goodness me, after all these years! I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone within earshot, you know? Keep it down.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
And a tad bit sad.
This is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Hannah's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
I'm not
I
too
wouldn't promise
concerned
her that.
about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
the idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta. I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right? You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself on its own. Like everything, you have to work at it. But what do I know?
There is a grimace, although she starts to relax around my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. She was teeny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about. But have you told him how you feel? And it's been what? 20 years?
17, actually. But no, not yet. He can be a bit dense. I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I? Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway. There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans. It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then. I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids, and you were the first I told anyone about my crush.
I do remember now that she mentions it. Did I give her that yellow summer dress or the pink blouse and petticoat? She must have kept some of what I said in mind. Feels ridiculous remembering all of that years later, talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls, as if it's some gospel every woman should adhere to. It was so easy to say such things then, with me not knowing any better. Though, looking at her now, she must have kept some of what I said in mind. Perhaps I did say something good at that time, enough for her to take it to heart. But all that didn't matter in the moment, as I mull over what she's just said in my head. What Becky told me is very different from what Mary Ann told me. There is no time to ponder over that, however, as a hush descends upon the once lively crowd. The music of strings and chatter slows to a grinding halt as the doors from the foyer opens. Probably Luke. The last of the latecomers should have arrived moments ago, and anyone else this late would simply be too embarrassed to show their face. So this can only be one person, or rather one man. There's only one man who was audacious enough to arrive at his own party so late.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party? I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
Unlike I who raised in the spotlight and simply grew used to its presence, he sought it out every chance he could, even when there was no spotlight that shone. And I'll never put it against him when he smells like that. He did so quite brilliantly under the scrutiny when he channels his showmanship. You could tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks. Now they listen, enraptured, even if all he's doing is simply greeting. Little wave of his hands here, a little smile there, and a bit of a swagger. I always tell him that if he is not to be a businessman, he'll do well in entertainer. I love the sight of him, especially when he looks at me, and he beckons me over to humbly share his place. Not a single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and I make my way to Luke's.
Welcome one and all to our humble abode. Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are our ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness. So, enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses as we only allowed the best to be served. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone!
There's a round of applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Guests approach us left and right to shake Luke's hand and greet him personally, praises on their lips. It is because of this that I do not see her. Marianne? I do not see her until she is dangerously close. With fury in her... not furry. Fury in her eyes, and she's already spitting venom. Oh. Okay. Johan's restraining her, taking care not to unnecessarily harm the pregnant woman, so... Oh, I forgot his name already. What's his face? This, him. Harvey. Harvey's wife. I was like, who could... spitting venom? Oh, okay. Okay. But that does little to deter her rage. And the man has no choice but to let her go, lest an unborn child is hurt. Although it might be too late for that, as I see an emptied glass of wine in her hand. Oh no. How much has she imbibed in?
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle? Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here!
Okay. Luke is a scumbag. Only scumbag I see, so...
You bloody bastard, standing there with your smarmy smile!
Ooh. She interrupts me, jabbing her finger in my direction before she rounds on Luke. Even as whispers and murmurs break out among the guests, all I can focus on is the heat of the moment. Obviously intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol in her breath. Oh no, don't drink when you're pregnant. I'm not ticked off about this little display of hers, at least not yet. But I am absolutely pissed by the fact that she'd endanger her own baby by drinking. There is a considerable amount of restraint and grace that I must exercise while I wait for her tantrum to subside. I keep a patient, if tight, smile on my face. Luke's expression, on the other hand, is indecipherable. He looks terrified, but that could just be because of the picture.
Watch your tongue!
Oh.
You're on thin ice, Rochelle.
I don't like that face. That's a scary face.
Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
Okay, I thought he could be cheating on I can't even talk.
I did.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir. What is even going on?
I am just about to ask that exact same thing.
I don't know. But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself.
Hana looks terrified too.
I can't
or maybe
understand
shocked.
a word you're saying.
Where is that husband of yours? Lee, collect your wife right now.
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass! You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure I pointed that out, like, Luke's probably in the gardens too.
Excuse me. What is this nonsense you're going on about?
Crazy talk. That's all it is. Just completely and utterly mad.
He's been
Has anyone
cheating.
seen the chief inspector?
He's like, collect her husband before she spills the tea.
I am pregnant with your little bastard. You promised me you'll take responsibility.
Oh, that's why Hannes is. Ooh. I think divorce is in order.
God damn it, Luke. I finally got you to talk to me after months of silence, and you do this to me.
Oh no. What? What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with?
Oh no.
Luke, is this true?
Luke, is this true?
Lies and slander, woman! Security! Johans, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
No, you do not do this to me. I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours.
That damn wife is not right next to ya. Like,
Look
what?
at her. Does she look like she wants a baby? Does she look like she could take care of a baby?
It is now that Johans returned with security along with concerned-looking Officer Lee. They surround her and move to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his failed pace, he had heard the whole thing, and I feel nothing but pity for the man. Not that I believe Rochelle. 20 years they've been married, or they've been together. Luke will never. He will never go as far as to sleep with another woman, right?
I'm so sorry for her behavior. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol.
Well, she shouldn't be drinking.
Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Okay, yeah.
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
I gotta read, so I have to be here. Is there really nothing here but the ramblings of a drunk?
That's not true. Is it, Luke? Please tell me she's just lost the plot.
She's just lost the plot.
Don't be a blooming muppet, Hana. Of course she's lying, creating a scandal for attention.
Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like how he said that.
If the baby isn't Lee's, she's probably gotten herself knocked up by one of her employees, and she's accusing me for money.
But she didn't say she wanted any money. Unless if I...
Fuck! How stupid can you be?
Oh.
Excuse me. I just wanted to hear your word. There's no need for such cross language.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, there is a need for such fucking crass language, because you've been nothing but a pain recently. I told you not to invite her, and look what she's done.
Exposed your cheating butt?
And not just recently, for a while in fact. I'm sick and tired of having to look after your clingy, spoiled ass.
Oh, okay.
You've been derailing my schedule and my plans, questioning my priorities and my decisions. You can be worse than a hormonal pregnant woman at times, even.
Oh,
How
okay.
touched in the head are you that I need to hold your hand?
Speak no more. We are done here, and we'll talk about these matters in privacy. Now.
No, why don't we hash it all out here? Because every time we talk about our problems in private, you start crying your fucking eyes out.
Oh, God. I hate this guy. Even if he didn't cheat, like, why are you talking to your wife like that? Oh, I'm so upset I didn't even read the last thing. I should have expected this of Luke. To put us in the limelight, thinking I will back down because we have an audience. Well, he has another thing coming for him, doesn't he? I am just as livid as he is, because of his disrespect. Our happy marriage is quickly crumbling under our own 2 feet, and yet I can't give a rat's arse. If this is how it goes, so be it.
You dare?
Yes, Hana.
I dare. I dare, Buttercup, because I've kept quiet about this.
Oh, you've kept quiet about it? How rich!
Yes!
No, I've had enough of this! Do you think I don't see when you try to creep up some whore and get up her skirt? You would be nothing without me. Your company would be buried in debt and you'd be begging on the streets if it weren't for me!
She lies! Don't listen to her!
And I've had enough of you. So guess what?
What?
Fuck you, Luke.
We agreed to never talk of this, woman!
You said to just let it all out.
Did we? I don't remember. But it's all true. Wright Enterprise would be nothing but a precautionary tale if Evans Incorporated didn't agree to merge into a conglomerate. You asked that we keep your family name because you said it was so important to you. Your legacy. I agreed because damn it, Luke, I loved you and I still do. But all you really want is the money and the power's all gone to your head. Face it, Lucille Mitchell Wright. You owe me everything.
I owe you everything. I owe you everything? Who's running the business now while you sit at home like a pretty princess?
If I recall, you told me to retire so that I can enjoy my time as Mrs. Luke Wright.
I wouldn't even bother with other women if you were still Hannah Evans!
What? That doesn't make sense.
You used to be your own woman! You used to be someone who I could fucking look up to! Now look at you! If I wanted some brainless bint, I'd go to the whorehouse and play any old strumpet like a fucking fiddle. That's all you are now. A brainless, good-for-nothing...
A slap echoes in the ballroom. I didn't even realize that I lifted my hand against him. Not until he's already clutching his reddened cheek, eyes wide and unspoken curses hanging from his lips.
That's it! This party is over!
Oh.
Everybody leave before I have you all thrown out!
Ooh, there's a shuffling as the near-forgotten audience can't decide whether they are to mill about or wait for what might happen next, or do as instructed. Their minds are made up for them as Luke storms toward the door, slams them open, and roars.
Go!
And as if they are awakened from a trance, the crowd starts to leave one by one. Some of the noisier ones, media and the like, try to stay, but they're eventually dragged away by security. They slowly trickle out from the busboys and the waiters to the musicians and bartender. Even our butler leaves us, closing the door to the ballroom shut behind him. Do you think the lady's gonna come? I wonder what, why she comes when she comes. Then and there, I didn't know what to say. Should I apologize for striking him? Yet every part of me is still shaking in anger. I want to scream every bit of hatred I have for him. Every ounce of bitterness, things that I couldn't say before. But I also feel tired.
Oh, Hannah! What am I going to do with you?
Oh, that's creepy, right? That laugh? He laughs. Laughs. Before I can respond, he leaves. To where, I don't know. I'll never find out, as I don't have the courage to follow him or leave this room. Slipping into the nearest chair, all I could see is his face, red and wide-eyed. His empty laugh echoes over and over again. Only the walls act as my audience now, and I could feel their accusing eyes burn into me. There will be no sleep tonight. Ooh. Saturday, October 29th. And come morning, as we breakfast, the meal is silent and strained. I cut too deeply into my sausages and almost excuse myself. Have I not spied Luke mashing and stirring his poached eggs with a fork like a petulant child? Conversation is tense, though that is no big surprise. What else can you say after you've verbally lashed out at each other in public? Apologies seem like trivial things now, in comparison to what transpired last night. I'm not the one to rush when eating, but withdrawing sounds like the best course of action. I can leave the dining hall, hold myself up somewhere where I won't be bothered. Well, he has work today. I almost have gotten away with it too, if he did not speak up all of a sudden.
Hold on, wait. Don't go just yet. Please.
What is it, Lucille?
I have thought upon it that perhaps I am at fault for what happened yesterday and for your frustrations. I have been a neglectful husband, and if you would still have me, I hope to correct that.
Are we getting like a character development?
There's not much to do today for me, and I was hoping that we might be able to talk it out. If you are willing to still work it out with me, you will have my afternoon.
Just your afternoon.
He stands and approaches with steps careful and wary. He treats me as if I'll take flight at any moment, and it'll be ridiculous if I don't find it even a teeny bit endearing. And when he stands before me, he takes both my hands into his, ready with a declaration.
You will have my afternoon and every moment after for the rest of your life, if you are willing.
I hate it. Oh. She hates it. I hate how he can easily make me fall in love with him all over again.
Just this one chance. If you don't show up, I may very well just pack my bags and go, you hear me?
Is that foreshadowing? Like he's not going to be able to show up because he's missing?
Loud and clear. Off to work I go then. Until later, Buttercup.
His grip is tight as he kisses my hand before letting it fall. I feel lighter, in spite of all of it. That leaves me the rest of the day with nothing, really. Okay, it's afternoon. I thought I'll have to spend it making plans to leave this house and him, but instead, he has me worrying and feeling relieved at the same time. It is quite paradoxical. Hopefully I read that right. I still have plans to eschew everything and everyone until the afternoon, which is proving to be quite difficult as everywhere I look, Johann seems to appear out of thin air. I love our butler along with his wonderful husband and 2 darling children, but he never seems to understand the concept of privacy or personal space at the worst of times. The man is often quiet, even while he works, and I can't forget that he's there with no trouble. It's the principle of things, however.
What are you doing?
He's told me to look after you. This isn't going to turn out well, you know.
Oh?
Pardon?
You should just leave. If I were you, I'd left a long time ago. You have the choice to do so, you know.
Oh?
Not everyone does.
Oh? Okay. Does he know something?
Is that what you've been stalking me all morning for? To tell me to leave my husband?
It is not going to turn out well, meine Freundin.
Aww. Looking back at Johannes, I see a usually indifferent expression painted with concern. He still stands tall and his body betrays no emotion. But his mouth is set into a grim, harsh line, and there's a slight furrow in his brow, curious and minute details that one won't find unless they care to look. These things trouble me, and these little things trouble me. Still, if he believes that I will leave when Luke has extended an olive branch to me, well, he's wrong.
And that's your opinion, Johannes.
Johannes. Sorry, Johannes.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to be left alone with my thoughts, please.
If you'd like privacy, I suggest finding it somewhere else then.
Oh, why? Is there...
Somewhere outside the house, maybe?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to my room. Tell Luke that I'll be waiting for him there.
I'd really rather not.
Oh no, do you know something?
That's an order, Johannes.
Does he know something? What's that noise? The remaining hours pass with little fanfare, as my wish to be alone is respected. Wait, where's Luke? I thought he was supposed to be in the evening. I only see Johannes again when he brings me my supper. Bouillabaisse, along with squid ink brooch, something that I haven't requested, but I'm grateful nonetheless. And once after that, to clear my plates away to inform me that Luke is back home.
Honey, I'm home.
Hearing him call for me fills me with a certain dread for reasons I can't comprehend. Perhaps I'm just nervous about this little talk of ours. Yet something at the back of my head is nagging at me. It is irrational, but I feel myself freeze in trepidation. Is he going to try and kill her? I have to will myself to breathe when I am conscious of the fact that I've been holding it in.
Darling, love, Buttercup, why aren't you answering?
Oh. It is with unease that I answer.
Upstairs, Luke!
There is a moment when I am nothing but a bundle of nerves. His footsteps echo from the hallway, and the creak of the door sends chills down my spine.
Here I am expecting a warm welcome home, and here you are locked up in the room like a shut-in. Oh, Hannah, what am I to do with you?
Oh.
You're looking a little bit pale. Are you all right?
Yeah, you're kind of scare me.
I must have had something funny, actually. Maybe from the party last night. Maybe breakfast or lunch.
She sounds like she's gonna cry. Is it the bouillabaisse or the brioche?
Johannes had been acting really strangely while you were gone. Do you think?
Do I think what? That he poisoned you? Don't be silly. He wouldn't do such a thing unless I tell him to.
He jokes and laughs. That does nothing to ease my nausea. It only makes my stomach churn even more. I try to smile and laugh along, but I cannot put a fake face this time. Noticing my discomfort, he pulls me into his arms. In his hold, I feel safe. Is the ghost gonna save us? Or I should be, at least. But there is still a stirring relentless inside of me.
Don't you worry. If you are sick,
Oh,
I'll
that's
take care of you myself.
That's creepy. That's creepy. That's creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy.
I did tell you that you'll have my afternoon and every moment after for as long as you live, didn't I?
Is that why Johannes was like, please get out? Like, you have to get out.
I am just so worried about my poor wifey. That Rochelle woman had some nerve, and I've insulted your honor so. My poor wifey has been through so much.
Oh. It is when I feel his hold turn painfully tight that the dread turns into fear.
My poor, spoiled wifey, Hannah fucking Evans.
Oh.
Silver spoon in her mouth, never had to lift a finger in her goddamn life. Poor wifey trying to ruin everything for me. All that I've worked so hard for. She'll just take it all away. Just like that. We've got to fix that. You know, you and I. We have to make sure you don't pull a dodgy stunt like the one you did last night. Even if we have to take you out of the picture.
We?
Permanently.
It is as he presses something sharp to my back that I realize far too late what he holds in his hands.
Why are you doing this?
My life is in his hands, held hostage at a knife's edge. I think that's when he's gonna see her for the first time, if he hasn't already.
Because,
oh, that's
darling,
creepy.
it's never enough.
And we have to be him? Oh no, we don't. Oh yeah, we do. Chapter 7. Last chapter? Huh.
I want it all.
And he wishes it to end it. Does he not love me anymore? As our ties eroded so badly that he'll even go this far? This is preposterous, surreal. Yet here I am, frozen in his embrace while he holds a knife to my back. The very man I loved and trusted the most is the one to kill me. And sadly enough, this is the longest he's held me in a long while. It is a contradiction, both beautiful and horrific. How did it come to this?
You don't have to do this. You can still have it all, Luke. Just please, don't you love me?
That makes him pause.
Oh, I still do, Hannah. I do love you. But you're outliving your usefulness. In fact, you're becoming a pain in the arse, just like your dear old dad. Now I'm doing you a favor, and you'll be with him again.
Okay, her dad is dead? Dude, that creeps me out.
Real soon.
Dignity and grace is forgotten as I become a blubbering mess begging to be spared. Please spill from my lips prayers to Luke for his mercy because, please, I don't want to go. I'm not ready to go. I still want a family, our family, and I want to do more. Oh, do you think she's having a dream? I can't help but cry about the things that could have, should have been a husband, children, and a home. But I am going to be cut short. My pleading falls on deaf ears. And although I don't feel it immediately, the way he loosens his hold on me says as much. There's no pain at first, only shock. until a dull throbbing radiates from my back. It's like an inch that I can't reach, which gets worse and worse until it is all I can focus on. I panic as the pain becomes too much to bear, and I wish nothing else but for death to consume me now. My body spasms, trembling and shaking. And what is going on with my mouse? And the pain fires up anew when Luke, the monster, twists the knife deeper. Breathing is next to impossible. Every time I try, it only feels like I'm drowning. Soon enough, I taste blood on my tongue like copper, yet both salty and sweet. And here I am, laughing like a bloody loon, though my laughter is nothing more but a wet, raspy chuckle. Slowly, I am losing myself.
What's so funny?
Deeper and deeper yet. He starts laughing.
We would have been so cute.
I drown in his laughter. Oh my gosh. Wait. Is that it? Wait, what? Huh. Okay. We're back. The floorboards are cold under my feet more than it usually is. The walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Moss singing ceases. Pa.
No, please wait.
Aw.
I'll be good. I'll sleep on time. Don't go.
Aw. I can't hear Pa. Not above the raucous clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting, soft melodies. There's only the blinding fear. When my foot slips, the red sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but the blood that drips in my hand is warm. It ain't my blood. The walls tumble and everything goes quiet. It takes a few moments for everything to fall into place, for my eyes to adjust to the relative darkness of the room. Despite the pleasant chill the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me, my blanket a tangled mess around my throat. Morning has not even arrived in yet.
Way too early for this thing, man.
Oh. And too long. Too long since the last I've woken up drenched in my own sweat, head littered with thoughts that are gone as soon as my eyes open. All too often, only imprints of brief images are left to haunt me for the rest of the day, or until my mind forgets about it. Egad, whichever comes first. Yet vivid or not, what little I can remember does not matter. Regardless, the desperation sticks, clawing up, pushing, urging me to relive every moment, every sensation, and there's a twinkle in Ma's eyes when she looks up from her work, flour dusting her nose and cheeks. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the oven as soon as Pa opens it, and the homely fragrance of honey fills the room. He reaches up to wipe the small beads of sweat away from his forehead before gesturing for me to come closer the moment he spots me on my little hiding place behind the door. I expected him to be angry, but his pat on my back, when I come within his arm's reach is encouraging enough. We'll have to taste these first before we put it up for sale tomorrow. You up for it, little man? Is it good enough? A knock cuts through the air before I can answer. Sharp, heavy, demanding, familiar. So distantly familiar. Ma ushers me out of the kitchen while Pa moves to answer it. But I know. I know what awaits outside. The taste of blood in my mouth sends an unpleasant churning in my gut. Ma's apron crinkles under my tight grip. Something snaps back into place. My bed remains in utter disarray. The walls still need a new paint job, and the wall clock ticking opposite my bed is unsettling as ever. Ash is right. I should have already replaced that when I had the chance.
You're no longer there, Zachary. Here and there are miles apart. Calm down. Breathe.
The pressure of my own fingers against my temples a welcome cessation over the anxiety gripping me. I never really did anything to stave off the headache sure to follow after this before, but it grounds me. A little reminder that I am safe, away from that place I once called home, from Ma and Pa's. The urgency with each rap that follows finally chases away the ghost threatening to hang around. Why anyone thinks it's a good idea to knock at someone's door this late confuses me. Nana would chase them all away with a broom if she was here. But no matter, it's a welcome break from the thoughts about to take a morbid turn if I left festering. It's probably just Ash anyway, looking for a place to crash. Looking for a place to crash. Wonder of wonders why he's bothering with the courtesy when he never did so before. Even with that hunch, though, habit compels me to check who it is first through the peephole. Better safe than sorry, they say. Except the person that greets me on the other side ain't him. Unless his hair grew longer overnight and he started wearing a ponytail, of course. Which I highly doubt will happen anytime soon, no matter how funny that looks in my head. Wait. I don't think anyone wears oh, ponytail. Isabella. I waste no time opening the latches.
Isabella, it's late.
Isabella. There's something I can't quite pinpoint in her eyes when she looks up. You've seen the ghost. Her face is pallid shade, shoulders tense, breathing heavy, and an uncontrollable shaking in her hands she's trying to hold back. Hide it, if I didn't know any better.
Hey, Zach. Sorry, I know it's weird for me to show up at this hour, but you were the closest to my office, and...
Okay, when what day is this? I don't know what day. Okay, well.
No. It's perfectly fine. I'm not really working on anything right now. Do you want to come in?
Is it all right? I know you should be sleeping at this hour, but I thought... I'm sorry, I just thought... I have no idea why I went here. My feet just moved on their own after I got out of the office, and...
Oh, okay. This is... Okay.
Sorry.
She trails off, her voice lost in the muggy night air. I wait for her to say more, but instead her only response is a downward shift of her gaze back to her still trembling hands, as if the motion alone is enough of an explanation. A minuscule gesture, easy to miss if one is not paying attention. But for some reason, who has seen the same expression on the mirror, done the same thing too many times when night terrors are inevitable, it is not.
Hey, don't worry about it. At least you not. Ash just barges in and crashes on the couch whenever he feels like it. I swear that guy is one fine hairline away from being a criminal. Besides, You already know you can count on me whenever.
Oh. Oh. Okay. What's this one? Huh. Without waiting for her answer, I step away from the door and saunter over the kitchenette. For a few good seconds, only the clicking of the plates can be heard above the constant tick-tock. Late as it may be for a snack, the familiar emotions keep me occupied, steering my mind away from dangerous thoughts. Isabella's company is not unwelcome either. Whatever her reasons for showing up here at such an hour doesn't matter. I'll be damned if I just turn her away, frazzled as she is. The door clicks shut behind her when she finally enters, feet scuffling softly against the tiled floor. Oh, bless me. I'm sorry, baby boy. Oh, there you are. Was I seeing things? You want to say hi to the people? No? That's okay. You don't have to say hi. Did you want to leave? Okay. Did I... Okay, yeah. In all the years I've known her, she has never once lost her ever upbeat spirit. Yet in this particular moment, as she stands in my doorway, holding her arms to herself, it's as if I'm looking at someone completely withdrawn from the person I've come to know all these years.
Do you want to drink or eat anything? I haven't restocked my food stash yet, so ingredients may be a bit limited. But I'm sure I can whip something up with what I have here.
Just water will do, please.
Aw.
Thanks, Zach.
What? No additional food requests? That's new. I'll put something together for you anyway. Feel free to make yourself at home.
Thank you.
You ain't exactly a new visitor here. Although my room's not at its most presentable right now. Sorry. New freelance didn't have time to fix things up here lately.
Sorry, Zach.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Usually she'd have something more to say about that. Equip a witty remark to provoke a laughter or two. Nothing from her this time. Only a weak smile before she takes a seat on the couch, and a silence that stretches out until what we left hanging feels disconcerting. Before everything turns stifling and awkward, I continue talking, if only to keep the dead air at bay. How is one supposed to keep a conversation going when the person you're talking to is like this?
Anyway, Gigs. Can you believe this one client we got? Boss had all my scheduled shoots shifted after they caught wind of this couple buying a new property. Man, must be nice to have all the money in the world.
Okay. This must be... Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, timeline-wise, I am all thrown off. I have no... Oh, wrong one. I have no date. No,
World itself
no clue
moves for
what
you,
day it
huh?
is. She's curled up on the one side of the couch and hugging her knees close when I bring the tray carrying the sandwiches and the water she requested. She starts to straighten up as I'm unloading the contents, but pauses as soon as I hold up my hand in a halting gesture.
You're a guest. Didn't I say you're free to make yourself at home? Here's your water. Careful.
The tremor in her hands, though lighter now, still hasn't subsided when she reaches out for the glass. I give her a questioning look, but she is quick to avert her eyes, keeping herself occupied by taking small gulps of water. Or maybe she just doesn't want me asking questions. Worrying. The sudden loss for words, this bout of quiet not normally present in our chats. Even the creaking of the old chair when I casually take the seat is a welcome break. Although company is familiar, this has gone way past unnerving.
What happened? Overtime at work?
Oh, so he hasn't seen her yet. Got it. She doesn't answer immediately. Another gulp drains her glass of its remaining contents. One would think it would be enough to help her recover, yet she doesn't lose her taut grip on the glass as she cradles it on her lap. Her eyes take an unfocused gaze when she speaks again.
Yeah. Boss handed me extra work today. After what happened. To Rose.
Rose. Why do I feel like you've mentioned her before?
Does he know?
Sorry, I'm better with remembering faces than names.
She was my coworker. That will take some getting used to. I was just talking to her the other day.
Was?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Did she resign or something? I think I'm missing a few details here, Bella.
Oh no.
You've never met her. I think I did mention her once or twice. It doesn't matter. You probably heard her name recently from the news than me.
Something clicks then. Oh, okay, so he had, a little memory from the night before. The bright red light from the dark room, the strong odor of the stop bath, the television's barely audible murmur in the background, and a glimpse of a bloody room. The news is everywhere, even in the morning that follows. I just didn't think its effects would strike someone this close to me.
Oh. Damn. I didn't mean to bring that up.
Aww.
No, like I said, it'll take some getting used to, but it'll get better. I hope it will. Things might become a little busier for me, though. She left a lot of things unfinished, and I'm one of the few people in the office who knows how she works. Boss thinks the transition will be easier if I handle it.
That explains it. Well, just don't forget you still need rest. Even the most hard-working people I know don't keep hours as late as this.
Well, she was hiding from the person.
Hell, the subway stopped running hours ago. Crime rate might be lower here than most places, but that doesn't mean you can walk around freely in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's just for today.
Yeah. If you saw what she saw...
Still a good thing you dropped by here first. I'm not just about to let you walk out here alone, especially not in the middle of the night. Who knows what else could happen? I'm not saying you should go right now, but I could accompany you home if you...
No! Wait, please!
Oh, she doesn't want to go home. The feminine. Oh, that's just Barney. Tension in her voice makes me pause. And it is in this instant. The mask she's been keeping up falls apart, if only for a short while. Right then and there, I understood what's hiding behind her unfocused stare from the moment she arrived. Fear. Pure, unadulterated fear. It's disturbing to see such marring her usual upbeat countenance. With a sigh, I cross the small distance separating us and kneel in front of her. She doesn't flinch when I do so. However, the way she appears to make herself smaller against the couch is telling enough.
Bella, this ain't just about your coworker, is it? What is it really about? I'm all ears.
I love Zach. We're gonna have to make sure he lives. Oh. The sound of glass shattering rents through the air as soon as her hold on it loosens. Okay. In the span of a few seconds, her breathing grows labored. Is she here with us?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anymore.
Okay. She claps her hands over her ears, pressing it tightly against the sides of her head. Her voice grows weaker with each word, each plea coming out of her mouth.
Please don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone right now.
Aww.
I can't shake it off. Everywhere's not safe and...
All right, Isabella. Look at me.
My hands are firm on her shoulders when I pull her up to look at me. It takes every force of will to ignore the terror in her eyes in favor of taking control of the situation. Too close, too familiar.
Breathe. You're safe here. Inhale, hold, exhale. Stay in the present. I'm here. No one's gonna hurt you. Do you want to talk about it?
The force with which she shakes her head is enough reason to drop the topic altogether.
No more. Please. No more. I don't want...
Oh, she thinks she's gonna hurt him if she talks.
I don't want to remember anymore.
Kate, no more talking. I won't ask anymore. Can I get you anything? Another glass of water? I think I have a tub of that pistachio ice cream you love so much. We're gonna have to clean this mess first. Will you be fine on your own for a little while?
She nods lightly before retreating into herself again. No more words are exchanged after that, and I take that as my cue to start cleaning the shards littering the floor before either one of us gets hurt. The quiet hum of the AC is a pleasant distraction as I go over the manual task. More so than her ragged draws of breath or my little feeble attempts to tell a quick story or two. But the latter does the trick. And soon enough, she has already drifted off by the time I return with the promised glass of water, her chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm, the strain on her shoulders gone. Frankly, I've never seen her this still. She mumbles something I don't quite catch when I carry her to the empty bed and hugs herself tighter against the mess of blankets. In spite of the fact that she appears relaxed, the small frown on her face hasn't quite disappeared. Whatever happened to her won't be leaving her anytime soon. But for her sake, I hope it won't stay long with her. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's just the... Because no matter what promise I've made, this is the kind of fear no person could shield her from. Let me try that again. Because no matter what promises I've made, this is a kind of fear no person could shield her from. I should know. There are still questions left to be unanswered. But the late hour, coupled with the sudden exhaustion, made my old couch a more comfortable bed than it typically is. I want to see how... Okay. Hannah. Oh, okay. Marianne, probably, yeah. Not... Luke is obviously not going to be very high. Okay, yeah. Good friends. Okay. Marianne, we haven't really talked to her. And this is Zachary, so okay. But the late hour couple... Okay, yeah. Darkness immediately welcomes me as soon as my head hits my makeshift pillow. I can only wish the dreams will keep at a distance for now. For both of us. Okay, oh, 25th. Okay, we can... Just a second. 25th. Okay. And like it's the 29th. Okay, so the 28th was the party. And this is the 26th. I think. The first few notes, while muffled, are enough to wake me. In the end, it became one of those nights when sleep passes like a blink and it's plagued with vague, fuzzy thoughts. I lift a hand to rub away the drowsiness from my eyes, although it does little to relieve the gritty, burning sensation from my eyelids. Outside, the sun has yet to peek over the horizon, but night has already given way to the cool morning light, washing everything in subtle, gray hues. At this hour, the entire city remains unstirring. Is your... Okay, alarm. Ordinarily, waking up before my own alarm means abusing the snooze button, twice or thrice just to catch those precious few extra minutes of sleep. But the persistent ringing makes it impossible now.
This better be good.
Oh, is it Isabel's phone? Groggily, I scramble for the bag sitting at the foot of the bed. Oh, Ash. The ringing still hasn't stopped even as I fish the phone out. And Ashton's name flashes brightly on the screen when I turn it on. Must be pretty urgent if he hasn't dropped the call yet.
Took you long enough, Z-Man.
Ashton, it's 6.
Oh.
6 in the morning.
6 in the
Sun
morning.
hasn't even risen. Hell, my brain ain't even awake yet.
6 in the morning.
Stop calling me Z-Man.
It's 20 past 6, Zach.
You want to talk? Give me back my 5 extra minutes, Ash. I want my sleep.
Hey, don't make fun of me. I can be a more person too if I want to.
What's this all really about? You don't usually make calls around this hour. Is the world ending today?
Sorry about that. Becca rang me up a few minutes ago looking for Isabella. Said she didn't show up in her own apartment last night. We both tried calling, but her phone seems to be off. Do you have any idea where...
I should have known you two would come looking for her first thing in the morning.
Not a laughing matter, Zach. You can't really let your guard down with everything that's happened here recently. You've heard about the Cooper one from the news. Everyone in the precinct has been restless ever since the incident the other day.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Listen, Ash, about Bella.
I let my voice trail off, unsure of how to go about recounting last night. If I should even say anything to him. He might be a close friend, but at the end of the day, whatever's bothering her ain't mine to speak of in the first place. On the bed, Isabella remains as still as when I transferred her the night before. Sometime during her sleep, she pulls up a blanket over herself and tucked into it comfortably. Like this, it's easy to forget the horror in her eyes, or how much her hands and lips trembled. Save for her firm grip on the edge of the covers, she appears nearly as normal as she would any other day. Almost.
I'm not really sure how to go about this while being...
Zach, what about her?
Something, the worry, the concern, must have surfaced in my tone, because his own shifts then. Carefully, as if he's preparing for the worst.
Look, you don't have to worry about her. She's with me right now. Since last night, in fact.
Oh, why didn't you just say so earlier?
She kinda knocked in the middle of the night. I couldn't possibly wake you two over that. And with how things are when she arrived, I thought it'd be best if I let her rest first. And I just wasn't expecting people would be looking for her before the rooster even crows.
You could have at least called her something. Becca's beside herself with worry when she found out. You know how much she frets about the smallest stuff.
I know. I'm sorry. That was a lapse on my part. And I just didn't think... Okay, you know what? Rebecca's worries ain't completely baseless. Isabella hasn't been her usual self since the movie. Maybe even before that. I don't know if I should be opening my mouth about this, but Bella didn't outright say I shouldn't, so
So something's wrong then?
Oh, something's wrong.
I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest. I couldn't get the story out of her.
Really? I thought you'd have learned something from me by now.
That's not it. Ash, when she appeared at my doorstep last night, she was shaking, and when I tried to ask her about it, she just panicked. Had this frightened look on her face. I'd be surprised if this was the first time I've seen it, but it ain't. Dude, the first time, she was screaming.
First time? When was this? You weren't talking about the thing in the movie house, are you? Because that was just us fooling around. Granted, I think I went overboard with the joke, but...
No, it happened the day after. When she invited us to lunch, you weren't there. We were walking 1 second, and then the next, she's crying out. I'll be straight with you. That scared me shitless.
And he's gonna see her in like a few days. Oh no. It bothered him if the way he falls silent after is telling. But whatever his opinion is, stays absent from his voice when he speaks again. He's always been good with that, hiding what he thinks.
Did she say anything else?
Nothing. Won't tell me anything aside from a few vague words. I didn't want to push it.
I probably wouldn't either, to be honest.
Where is she? Is she still sleeping?
She is.
Right here with me, still sleeping. Should I wake her up or something? Let her know you guys are looking for her?
No need. Let her rest. I'll drop by in a few.
Today? Don't you have work at this time? I mean, I can drop her off home myself before meeting my client later.
Look who's talking.
My schedule's flexible, Ash. Last time I checked, you're the one who didn't have that luxury.
I don't think she wants to be alone, though.
How on earth do you think I'm able to tag along when you need me?
It's not completely out of the way.
They live on the other side of the town from you, Ash. Your definition of out of the way is a little screwed up, you know.
It's fine. I have some things I need to do anyway. I'll call you back. I've got to let Becca know that Scared Cat's fine. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. He drops a call before I can even get a word in. For several minutes after, I find myself simply listening at the rest of Luxborn ruses. The increasing sound of passing traffic, the bustle of the nearby shops preparing for the day, and the growing clamor of the people while they go about their mourning. Not the most soothing sounds to hear following a troubled night, but the routine puts me at ease nevertheless. What's comforting, what's safe, what I'm used to. Nearby, Isabella shifts but doesn't wake, blissfully unaware as the city slowly stirs itself back to life. Was her night as restless as the one I had? Were her dreams as lucid? No, she came from work, remember? In hushed moments like this, I envy her. Unreasonable, probably a little unfair to say such in light of last night. If only forgetting is as easy as breathing. Small yawn escapes me when I rise from the couch to stretch. Luckily, the short conversation with Ash has effectively driven away any will to go back to bed. I still have a day to get through, despite the proverbial ghost hanging around. The orange bottle sitting at the edge of my table is reassuring against my palm the instant I pick it up. The sterile odor of the capsules equally so. Yet the weight they carry is something I have never gotten used to. Years ago, I spent minutes, heck, even hours staring at a single pill prior to taking one in. Now it's just routine, a way to stave off the unwanted nightly visits. Although I don't think Dr. Navarro will be quite pleased if he ever finds out I'm relying on them again. I do owe him a visit, regardless, especially after missing our appointments on purpose and ignoring his calls for weeks. Another sigh comes out, tired and weary, and then I pop the tablet into my mouth.
Zach? What time is it?
The bottle on my hand hits the table with more force than necessary. As much as I trust my friends, there are some things I'd rather keep to myself.
Morning, Bella. Did you sleep well?
She answers the question with a long, drawn-out yawn, born reminiscence of a child. A chuckle manages to come out of my mouth at the sight. In this manner, it's easy to mistake her for someone too young for responsibilities. Inexperienced and immature, even. Easy to forget she has thrust into the role of an adult earlier than her own dreams can afford. To overlook how surprisingly observant she could be at times. Did you want to bring that with you? It's my little kitten. Aww. What? Was there something? Oh, you're such a kitten. Look. No? Okay. I'll leave you be. Easy to forget she was thrust into the role of an adult earlier than her own dreams can afford. To overlook how surprisingly observant she can be at times. Maybe not on the same level Ash exercises for his investigations, or Rebecca needs for her own work. But it's certainly enough to deftly put what she sees around her on canvas. And if the way her eyes flicker to the table, and my hand says something, is it that I won't be able to avoid the question this time?
Only a little. I don't remember how I ended up on the bed, though.
Ma doing? You didn't look very comfortable sleeping on the couch, all hunched up like that.
It would have been enough for something temporary.
Well,
sorry I stole your bed.
Hey, it doesn't matter. Besides, what kind of gentleman would I be if I leave a lady sleeping in such uncomfortable conditions?
what a silly little kitten.
Not in this house. My nana would give me a tough scolding if I ever did that, I'm telling you.
Thanks a lot, Zach. I know I barged in at a very inconvenient time last night. I wasn't really thinking when I did, and...
Oh, that's okay.
Hey, it's cool, Bella. I ain't mad at you. That's what friends do. You guys are welcome here anytime. Although Ashton abuses the anytime part a lot, I don't really mind.
Oh.
We might have less wiggle room if all four of us are present, considering the size of this place. But as long as no one makes anything explode, it's totally fine.
Fine or not, I still owe you one for last night's trouble, especially since you don't seem to be...
Concerned expression passes over her features as she spares another cursory glance over the table, back to the bottle holding every small piece of what keeps the bad memories at bay. The blood blooming over Pa's heart, the horrific look on Ma's face as she watches him fall lifeless to the ground, and every ounce of spite seeping from the stranger's smile. You don't belong here. You monkeys don't belong here. Aww. It never stops, does it?
Well, you don't seem to be feeling well. Let me know, okay? I'll make it up to you somehow.
She makes a slight gesture with her head towards the bottle, asking a question without really asking. Subtlety has never been one of her greatest assets, but right now, even Ash would have been a little amazed, if not lost for words at that. She has left it up to me whether I'll ever give her the response she wants to hear or not. Oh, a little clever coming from her, if anyone would ask me. I am going to save because I am... See, I only saved one time for... Oh no, I saved two. I saved two, I think. I know! I think yeah, okay. Yeah. After probably this chapter, I'm gonna go back and try and, like, do more. So I'm gonna leave, like, some... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay. I'll do it right here. There, okay. Tell the truth. Plus. Yay! But it's never easy, ain't it? Talking about my own problems, that is. Will never be, not by a long shot. Not when I've let it stay this way for so long. I realized that long ago, when the wounds are still fresh and the dreams are a nightly occurrence. Can't force yourself to get better or move on to better things. It is what's normal now, and I can only cope. The question in her eyes may be unwarranted, born simply out of curiosity or sincere concern for a friend. I don't owe her an explanation, in fact, but of all the people I keep close in my life, she's probably one of the very few who perhaps I could trust with. Maybe she won't understand entirely. I can never hope she will. No, never to the full extent. That alone is expecting too much of her, and giving too much of what I can. However, for all her shortcomings, I know she'll hear me out. And that is all I could ask for her.
My bad. I was kinda hoping you wouldn't have seen me with these.
The pills rattled lightly against the container when I gently set it back to its usual place. Always a small area closest to my laptop near the right hand. Within reach whenever, and a quiet reminder of what I shouldn't miss every day.
What? Oh, is it bad? I was just thinking that maybe it's a cold like Becca's. Do you need me to get anything from the store? Soup or something? There's one nearby, right? I can run real quick and...
No, nothing of that sort. I'm perfectly healthy right now. It's really difficult to say, but can you promise me you'll listen at least?
What is this about, Zach?
I should have been upfront with you about this a long time ago. Well, Ashton found out without me telling him anything. But you already know how that guy is. Can't hide anything from him.
If it's something you're having trouble saying, you don't have to force yourself to tell me. I'll forget I ever saw anything and won't ask questions. Promise.
No, I need to get this off my chest eventually. Besides, we're already here. Might as well
If you say so.
Oh, sorry, Zach. She takes a seat on the couch, her posture easy and open, and her smile honest. As if this is just a simple talk between two friends on a regular day. It is far from one, but her unreserved air is enough to stamp down the twinge of unease that threatens to come up.
Let's hear it then.
And she does. Achievement unlocked. Okay, let's... Okay. Oh. 31 years old, 31. Are they all? Okay, 26. And that's it. Okay. Dogs, dogs. Okay. Well, they like dogs in common. Okay. True to her words, she listens while the story spills out of my mouth. My that little old diner across the pond and what it left in me that day. Can't recall most of it now. My own account jagged with a few missing details here and there. Passing years have eroded most of my recollection of the whole incident. All except for that one moment in the kitchen. The ringing of gunshots are as vivid as it sounded that day. Even Ma's hysterical screams the moment Pa's body hits the floor motionless, his lifeblood flowing out from under him. And the gunman, he was smiling. He was smiling when Pa opened the door to welcome him. He was smiling when he put a bullet to Pa's chest and Ma's head. I've heard stories of how the world could be a cruel place for people like us before. I never believed it till that moment.
Nan and Gran took us right after that. Sis and I flew straight to New Jersey as soon as they heard the news. A few days after, Ma and Pa were laid to rest. And we have a new home a continent away. I didn't even get the chance to take my favorite pillow with me. They said something about the change of environment will be good for us. They had no idea the different kind of ghosts would follow me here.
Expected questions, mostly those brimming with childlike curiosity, maybe some that are a little too hard to answer. But to her credit, she just sat there, lent her ears, and looked at me with no expectations or unnecessary judgment in her eyes. She appears wiser and older like this, easier to see the breadwinner in her. Her younger siblings are lucky to have her. When I'm done, after everything's been said, she wraps her arms around me, a bit awkward considering the gap in our heights, but it gets her sentiment across. But it's difficult to answer this in kind. If I am even supposed to reciprocate the gesture, given my earlier apprehension. She pulls away shortly with a smile on her face. Not the reaction I braced myself for, but it is obviously better than what I imagined.
Are you not gonna say anything?
Am I supposed to say anything after? Like, apologize or something? I don't think that's very appropriate, but if you want to hear one, I can think of something real quick.
Not really. Other people have something to say after usually. And they're not necessarily nice either.
Oh, okay then. I won't. I can't think of something anyway. Sorry, I'm not very good with this. Who else knows, by the way?
My older sister, grandparents, and just Ash and you for now. Maybe I think I should tell Rebecca too, but...
But not right now?
Yeah, not right now. When I'm ready. Like today.
I'm sure she'll be willing to hear you out once you do.
I don't doubt she will. I'm more afraid of how she'll react after. One step at a time, yeah?
One step at a time.
Surprisingly, it feels good to get that one out my chest. I was a little afraid you'd be angrier. I didn't tell you earlier than today.
I'm not angry. I'm just surprised. You didn't look like it. I wouldn't have suspected. I suppose that's how it often is, isn't it? We all have our... what's the word Becca uses? Inner demons?
Inner demons?
This is something personal to you. I understand why you'd rather have a few people know.
That too. Well, these past few weeks haven't been easy for you. I didn't want to add that. Not after last night.
Something passes in her face. Brief, fleeting, and appears right before I can recognize what it is.
You okay?
Yep, no worries. I'll be fine. Look, about last night... Never mind. This isn't a good time. But don't lose sleep over this, alright? What's important is you got what you want to say out. And if you need me, I'll be here.
I should be relieved. Her words are more than reassuring to my ears. There should be comfort in hearing those alone, in knowing I have another person to rely on if things ever go bad. But somehow I find myself worrying more for her instead. I'll make another attempt to get the story out of her if I can. This is a dance I know all too well, and with her, I doubt forcing her to say something would yield any results. As much as I want to imitate Ash, there's only so much I can ask that won't result in something a little more disastrous. At best, she'll stop talking to me until a week passes. At worst, I'd rather not risk it. I've never seen her angry. Outright annoyed, maybe, and often directed at Ash, but never furious. What do they say again about happiest people when angered? Barney needed needed to be in here. Okay. Besides, it'd be unfair to her after our little chat.
So, food then?
She seems relieved at the brisk change of subject, as if it has been simply waiting for its cue all the time. Her stomach rumbles at the mention of food. Rather loudly, as a matter of fact.
Alrighty, Missy. We're going to get some chow now. Better be quick, though. Can't have your stomach starting a revolution on us here.
Don't make fun of me. I'm not that hungry. Maybe a little. I didn't think I'd end up skipping dinner last night.
And now we have one starved stomach protesting. Sorry, it'll be nothing fancy, since I'm a little low on stocks. I should probably drop by the grocery store after the meeting this afternoon.
I can make a quick run for you if you want.
Nah, I've got enough to put together something nice here. Maybe. I could always improvise if we're missing an ingredient or two. It ain't like we're... Also, didn't I say you're a guest? Is this a Filipino thing? Or just Rebecca rubbing off on you?
Okay. Oh, I can
I
hear
could
it
always
again.
improvise if we're missing an ingredient or two. It ain't like we're going for a Michelin 3-star status here.
Okay. The soft laughter that comes from her doesn't quite reach your eyes. Neither. The answer is neither. Because if she stays idle, she'll remember.
On second thought, I might need a little help slicing up the potatoes while I prep the ham. You up for that?
Heck yeah.
What? Do you think instant noodles are all I'm about? I'll have you know, I can cook a mean paella with my eyes closed. All my siblings love it.
Sure you can. Come on. I think I know what we'll do with those spare ingredients.
Journal updated. Despite the massive effort to keep the mood light with small chatter, cooking ends up being a mostly quiet affair. Between us, the constant clapping of the knife against the board and the muffled noise from the television I left running, words have become surprisingly difficult to string together. Not entirely unusual. We've had moments like this before, but definitely unnerving with how things are now. I really wish someone else would come knocking at the door. Like Ash. As pleasant as this is, breaking the ice or keeping a conversation going has never been my forte. Me neither. That has always been Isabel's or Rebecca's department. Sometimes Ash, although most coming from him border on awkward or embarrassing. Speaking of the guy, he never did call back, and I'm willing to bet my entire yearly salary that he fell right back to sleep after that call.
Sorry, Bella. Could you...
Yep, I got it. The potatoes are almost ready, by the way. I turned down the heat just in case. You might want to check on them, though. Hold on, I'll be right there. Sheesh, wait up. If you keep rapping at the door like that, you'll break it down. Ash.
Oh, good. You're awake.
Ash has already welcomed himself in when I take my eyes away from the oven. He's never been really keen with the notion of courtesies after he's warmed up to you, this guy. All 13 of my locks he broke can attest to that. Locks. All 13 of my locks. What did I say before? He's a good fellow, though. Maybe a tad bit standoffish at first glance, but he's trustworthy.
Don't you have work today?
I could ask the same of you. Hey, Izzy, man.
You're late. Something came up? You need to drop the Z-Man. It's getting old.
Sorry, I got caught with something at the precinct on the way here. Had to attend to that first before things got out of hand. I'd tell you about it, but you know how it can be with those kinds of things. Later, maybe.
And you're here because...
What? I'm not allowed to say hello?
Wait, what day is it? Oh, it's... Okay. It's before the, like, interview that they had. That, him and Hana had.
I doubt you're here because of that. And you're not answering my question.
Ah, my bad. Forgot to mention that. He called earlier looking for you. Rebecca's worried because you didn't come home last night.
You could have called my cell instead.
You weren't picking up. Anyway, I'd really hate to cut this little get-together short, but I need to be somewhere else. Come on,
Okay.
Isabella, let's get you home. I'll drop you off on the way.
Wait, we're going now?
He lightly claps a hand on her arm and begins ushering her out of the apartment, throwing a casual wave at me as they pass. Isabella, on the other hand, doesn't appear too fond of the idea. And sure enough, before they can even cross the threshold, she puts a firm foot down, the force long enough to halt them both and catch the taller man off guard. It would have made a funny picture. The way Ash almost crashes into her, and Isabella giving him an indignant pout over her shoulder. Surprise and confusion are in his face all at once. Two things that rarely ever grace if he can help it. A rare moment even for our small group. If only I have my camera with me. Dang, it's right here.
What is it?
Zach cooked something.
If it's just food, I'll get you something on the way back.
But the food! It's Zach's cooking. Real delicious food that actually tastes like food. At least stay and have a bite, please. Zach, help me here.
These two, whenever they are in the same room, sometimes it feels like hurting a group of unruly kids instead of talking to two mature adults. One moment they're engaged in a pleasant chit-chat, and the next they're bickering over a minor issue. Frankly, if I didn't know any better, and I had an overactive imagination, I'd say there's something going on. There's not. Never mind how utterly impossible that idea is. Or it might just be me reading too much into things like always. I can already hear Ash's laughter if I so much as suggest it. I cooked up... Okay, this, however... I'm gonna save more often. I feel like I probably should. I
don't know about you two, but I think you guys should really stay. I've already made enough food for all of us, and it'd be a waste.
Both are pluses. Yes.
Why, I cooked up that special honey glazed ham you two keep on yapping about. Got some scalloped potatoes with onions and cheddar to go with it, too.
The oven timer dings. I shoot. Oh yeah, I shoot the two of them an apologetic look before sauntering over the kitchen, mittens in hand. The sweet smell of the glaze and salty tang and melted cheese wafts through the air as soon as I open the door and take out the two trays inside. The scent immediately fills their entire room, and even with the door and windows open, the mouth-watering aroma lingers. It's appealing enough that when I put the dishes down on the counter, another starved stomach protests loudly, followed by a burst of laughter. My head snaps up at the two of them, and I can't help but keep back the smile at the sight they make. Isabella is clinging to the door frame for support, doubled over with breathless laughter. Ash is the more composed of the two, trying to look unconcerned, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheeks. It's clear whose stomach that came from, and Isabella is not going to let him live this down.
You're in no place to reject an offer of free food, Frey.
I wasn't rejecting anything. Damn it, I just missed a meal, that's all.
Aw, he's flustered.
Shut it! Those guys at the precinct said it was urgent. Somebody has to be responsible for it.
Well, aren't you precious?
Right. You know, if you keep laughing like that, you'll burst.
I'm sure it won't be as bad as your stomach suddenly rumbling like a starved.
Aight, kiddos, play nice. Food's gonna get cold if we keep this up. Ash, you gonna stay?
Might as well, since Scaredy Cat's so hell-bent on staying.
Aw, that is so cute. Aw. We eventually settled down after the food has been served. The charm's replaced by another round of friendly chatter, mostly about what's on the news on the night before. There is, however, a conscious effort to avoid mentioning what's currently on the headlines. The dead is never a good topic to talk over food and polite company. This case is particular. The wounds are too fresh, too soon. I'd likely avoid it as well if I were in her position, as someone I personally knew passed away in a gruesome manner like that. Though perhaps the closest we got to approaching the topic is when the infamous mansion is brought up again. But even then, we are careful, Ash and I. We keep the conversation light and avoid bringing up her late business partner. It's the least we can do.
The Wrights? Yeah, they're planning to move in soon. In fact, they already have a housewarming party planned. It's why they wanted us to rush the papers. They wanted to send the invitations out as soon as possible.
Oh, now I get it.
Get what?
Get what?
Remember what I told you last night about the new clients?
Vaguely? Sorry, I was a little out of it yesterday. Was it the photo shoot?
Yep, it's actually for the one you sold. Ermite, something.
Ermagard.
When you put it that way, I suppose it makes sense why my boss wants me to prioritize the couple. They can have those documents rushed at just a snap of their fingers. Then they're more influential than I initially thought. Man, I guess my boss is expecting a lot more from this project than I expected. Hope I can live up to it.
Your photographs are more than good enough, Zach. You'd probably win an international award if you let yourself. Ma'am Hana's easy to please, too. As long as you're good at following instructions.
Easier said than done. Different clients have different tastes, after all.
Still, a week? I don't think that's possible.
Now that you mentioned it, yeah. They wanted everything finished at the earliest. To be honest, it's not unheard of, but...
But it's still weird.
But it's still fishy?
Still weird, yeah?
A slip of the tongue. Still barely noticeable to someone who's already familiar with Ash's ways. Yet, in this moment, it's impossible to miss. I shoot him a curious glance, but he ignores it. Oh, well, I missed it. Fish? Yeah. Rather pointedly.
I can't exactly say it's like that, where I'm just the middleman after all. As much as I want to comment on it, I only know what's on the surface, not the in and outs.
That does make sense.
It's just that BRC and my boss are more hands-on with the legal stuff this time, despite having a separate department dedicated to it.
Maybe Mr. Wright helped with it too. They have their own legal team for this, don't they?
Well, they should have one. Especially for a big property like this.
They have, but like I said, it's off our hands. Rose and I don't handle this stuff in the office. If anything, to me, this just means I'll be able to send the rest of the funds to Papa's treatment earlier.
Oh.
I guess that makes a whole lot of sense. Officially off our instant noodle diet, aren't we?
Ash, has anyone ever told you that you have an uncanny way of ruining the mood?
What? I was just saying. A few more months of stuffing your face with those, and I'm sure you'll start to look like a noodle cup. That's a pretty picture.
At least I don't live off convenience store food. Or make poor, unassuming pressure cookers explode.
What? How did you... Oh, come on, Zach.
Sorry, it just came up while we were cooking earlier.
I'm impressed, Ashton Frey. You even made it to the news.
A one-time thing. And it wasn't as big as you seem to be imagining.
Oh, sure. Let's all pretend that one time you almost set my apartment on fire didn't happen too.
Hey, that was an accident.
You were making a salad, Ash.
Can we please move on to a different topic?
He was making a salad and he almost set the kitchen on fire. It helps the casual talk, the harmless teasing, the mundane stories interesting enough to let time pass unnoticed. By the time lunch ends, the shadows are no longer at forefront of my mind. If it's the same for Isabella, for whatever troubles her, I can never tell. These things, the anxiety, the fear, they ain't easily seen, ain't easily forgotten after all.
You go on ahead. I've got a few things I need to ask Zach. I'll be downstairs in a minute.
Confusion briefly flashes in her eyes as she catches the key he tosses over, but he doesn't give her an answer and waves for her to go ahead.
How sure are you I won't be driving away with your Shirley?
You don't even have a license. Do you even know how to?
Papa taught me how. I'm probably a better driver than you. See you later, Zach. Thanks for the food.
Always has to have the last word, don't you?
You're welcome. I'll send you the recipe for the potatoes tonight.
A grin is back on her face when she leaves and closes the door behind her. For a little while, after we're left alone, Ash goes wholly quiet, listening, waiting for her remaining footsteps in the hall to fade. The earlier amusement is gone from his face, replaced by what I can only describe as trepidation. Trepidation. A feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. Trebly motion. Okay. I know that look all too well. When he's like this, he's expecting shit about to go down at some point soon.
That wasn't very nice, Ash. What was that with Isabella earlier? You're usually subtler with your questions.
They hired you.
Hired me who? Don't change the subject yet. What's really going on here?
The Wrights. Luke and Hannah Wright. You said your next gig is with them.
Is that what this is all about?
Just be careful around them. You have no idea what you're dealing with when it comes to that couple.
Oh.
I'd rather you stay as far away from them as possible, but you're already here. Isabella's their real estate agent. Seriously, of all the people in Luxburn.
Okay. I guess I'll just have to take your word for it.
He nods, claps a comforting hand on my back, and turns to leave without another word. He never been good with those. He's never been good with those. More often, he fumbles with what he wants to say, but his actions alone are enough to tell me how grateful he is for the trust. He reaches for the knob as soon as he gets to the door, but doesn't turn it. Instead, he looks back and gestures with his head toward the table. I don't need to follow his line of sight to know what he's going to ask about. He's likely taken notice of it the moment he entered the room.
You back on those? I haven't seen you taking them in a year.
Yeah, I kinda had to. It got worse after the film fest. The dreams, that is. I don't think I'll be doing that again anytime soon.
Heard about that. Don't drop it, though. You don't want Becca scolding you. She actually enjoyed the movie you made, and she's hard to please. Consider that a small victory.
You don't have to tell
You don't have to tell me. She already did.
Oh.
Rebecca and Bella both gave me an earful after I said the opposite. Promised them I wouldn't, but you can never tell. Hopefully, once I feel better, I'll be able to think about it properly. Speaking of Bella, she didn't open up to me, but maybe with you and Rebecca.
Aw.
Yeah, I'll try. I can't promise anything, but I'll talk to her.
Thanks. That's all I'm asking.
Is he meeting them today? Or on today? This time when he reaches for the door, he lets it close fully behind him without glancing back. A mild draft sweeps into the room as I close the door behind him, slightly disturbing the papers on the nearby fridge. A lone note flutters by my feet, the letters on the surface glaring at me with mute intensity. Armed guard. Mansion. H. Wright, 11 a.m. for luxury living. After Ashton's warnings, they all hold a different meaning now. Okay. Okay, I think it's a good time to end. So, just to have a little, you know, okay. Save one more time, and quit, and exit. Okay. Woo. We're gonna open a pack of Pokemon cards. Just to, you know, have a little ending. A little settle down. Have a little breather. And there's a cat. Right here. Little Barnaby. These are the Halloween ones. What the heck is that? Trevenant. Oh, that looks cool. I love that they put a little Pikachu there. Oh, little pumpkin Pikachu. And then Lapent. And then, ooh, Vezdipity. Blurry picture, but you get the idea. There we go. I think after the next episode, I'll open another pack. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.